So previously I've ordered 2 records on Amazon. Those are used records. One is the Stan Getz, and obviously it's a library disc that had these punctuated holes so it could go in a folder. And the other record was a Gary Mulligan record, which the seller screwed up on, so he mailed me the fabulous Blackwood Brothers. I'm not sure what this is. I haven't listened to this yet. So what I'm gonna do is, because of this being a library disc, I suspect the quality of this record being poor. So what I want to do is I want to play it and then see how it sounds, and then I'm gonna clean it and with my ultrasonic record cleaning device, the LP3, and then I'm gonna compare it again. So here it is, pre-washed. So because of copyright infringements, I'm not going to play the whole track. Here is the B-side to this. So as you can see, the record has quite some noise to it. It looks okay, maybe a bit dusty. It has some fine hairlines, but other than that, it seems to be in an okay condition. So there's a hair on it. Oh no, it's not a hair. Oh, that's a big scratch. Let's hear if that's noticeable. So it's between those grooves. Yeah, it's slightly noticeable. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to prepare my ultrasonic tub and my LP3, and I'm going to do that in real time so you can see how that works. So first you need to heat up some water. I'm going to spare you this and we'll jump to the filled tub already. So after the tub is filled with water, I will add a cap of Amaloco, which is plenty because it's only there to get rid of the surface tension. And as the record has some grease to it, I'm just going to add some isopropyl alcohol, just a good squirt. I insert the record and then I can see that the water does not touch the label. If the groove is still not covered in water, I can just add some more water, and while I'm doing that I can start the machine. The record is already spinning, so for the machine it doesn't really matter if there's 1 record in the bath or if there's 3 in the bath. Also, you can just take out the record while it's cleaning and just place it somewhere else. To the front or back to the middle. So when I clean 1 record at the time, I always put it in the middle so the ultrasonic has enough room to work. That's what I experienced when I was working on the development of the LP3, that the more records you put in the bath, the less efficient and the longer it takes for the record to be cleaned. So in order to start the cleaning process, I will have to hit start. That makes a fairly amount of noise, so I wouldn't be able to talk to you right now. So I'm gonna hit start now, and I'll be back with you in 9 minutes.
Meanwhile.
So while we wait for the record, I was asked, what sizes does the LP3 clean? So the LP3 cleans all sizes of records. It does the 10-inch and it also does the 7-inch. Of course, it does the 12-inch. And for these two sizes, you only need this itty bitty adapter that comes with the LP3, and you insert it right here. The LP3 has these two little notches where this does the 7-inch and this does the 10-inch, and you just simply install it like you do with the 12-inch. You just slide it in, and of course this part is not motor driven, so it only does one record per cleaning cycle. So as you can see now, it does the 10-inch without any problems. It even covers all the groove. I could apply a little more water in order to raise it more towards the record label, because as you saw, the record label does not get wet. So this is cleaning the 10-inch, and then of course you slide it to the front, and then you can insert a 7-inch like so. Now of course these are my testing records. They are of no value to me and they're mostly scratched, and as you can see now, the water is too high, so I will have to drain some water in order to get the water level constant so the label does not get wet. In this case, it's a printed, silkscreen printed label, so this will not come off, so I don't have to worry about that. Of course you would do another test. Okay, here we go. Let me shut it off. Okay, now the water surface is not touching the label. The 7-inch has a slightly bigger label, so you will have to drain some water for that. So anyway, that's just cleaning 7 and 10-inch. Now let's get back to our previously washed 12-inch. So now it's done. Boy, did those 9 minutes go by quick. The record is wet on the bottom, but fairly dry at the top. So only the bottom half of it really is wet, and the upper one is more of a little damp. So I did build a dry box called the DB6, where you can just insert the record and it dries within minutes. But I gave that to a friend so he can test it, so I don't have it. So I will have to let the record air dry by itself. Here we are, dried and cleaned. And after inspecting the record closely, I gotta admit, this record has seen better times. There are massive scratches and wear on both sides. So my hope that this is gonna sound much better are very low. Yeah, well, let's just give it a spin. So here is side number 1. And here is side number 2. Okay, I gotta admit, this was a disappointment. I was expecting more of a improvement on the crackle and pops. But I guess with a record in that bad condition, if it's physically that used, there's really not much that you can do. So I'm gonna play the before and after again for you guys to listen side by side, and then you can decide if there was an improvement. Also, if you want to hear other examples, go to this link here. I have various records that turned out better after cleaning, so you can get a feeling on how the improvement can be on a ultrasonically washed record. With that said, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like this record, if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe. See ya! This was no satisfying situation at all. I mean, first, they delivered the wrong record. Well, at least they got one right, but the one they got right was graded very good plus. I mean, come on, the cover has holes cut in it, and the record is pretty much beaten. And then, third of all, I couldn't even clean it. That's what happens if the record is in such a physical bad condition that not even an ultrasonic bath can improve the sound. Well, it did a little bit. So when I want to listen to this record without any flaws, I just purchased this CD set not too long ago, and what do you know? It also contains this record you can see in the back. So, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I guess that's just the way it is. Let me know in the comment section below, what was your personal letdown when purchasing a record this year? So with this said, keep on collecting those records. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.